Hello, my name is Aisha Wallace Riley, and I'm the creator of BS Talks. I'm the owner of Relaxations Grooming Bar. I have 2 locations, Uptown and University area. And my reasoning for wanting to start up BS Talks is for barbers and stylists. You have a lot of people that's out here doing talk shows in barbershop settings, and they don't have not one barber or stylist on deck. Therefore, I wanted to give barbers and stylists a voice, and they have a place to be heard and say things that may not be known, or people speak about it all the time and don't have a platform to speak on. So that's how I came about BS Talks. So definitely tune in. I hope you like the show and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Delia.
Hello, and I'm Terrence, and we are the hosts of BS Talks.
And today we have a lot of great topics that we want to discuss with our panel behind us. To our far left, we have Candy. She is from Charlotte. She attended West Charlotte High School. She's a graduate of North Carolina A&T as well as CPCC. She's a cosmetology instructor at Rowan Cabarrus Community College. She also works as a hairstylist during the LA and Charlotte Fashion Week. And she also is an owner of BU Hair and Wigs. And in the middle, we have Aisha Wallace Riley. She's a licensed barber for 20 years. She's the owner of Relaxations Grooming Bar, and she is also the creator of BS Talks. And lastly, but not least, we have QT Creations. She's from Gainesville, Georgia. She's a master cosmetologist for over 10 years. She's a certified lash tech for 2 years. Her and her brother, they also own a beard oil company called OG Beard Oil. They've had that business for almost 2 years. And also be on the lookout for her new skincare line, Love Your Body Care collection.
All right, guys, on today's show, the topic will be traditional barbershops and salons versus your corporate barbershops and salons. So ladies, what are the differences between a corporate and a traditional salon?
For me, as a shop owner, the difference to me of a traditional and a corporate salon is I see from when the young people are coming in from corporate shops, they have no hustle game in them. What happens is, I know for myself, 20 years ago when I graduated from barbering school and we had to get out there, we had to literally build up our clientele. So it was almost like a politician. You have to go out there and you have to shake hands, kiss babies, and get to know people and build your clientele up. And sometimes you have a waiting game where you may be in a shop and you might not have a customer for that day, but you're speaking to other people, you're sweeping up, you're doing other things, and then you have to go out to different clubs, or anytime you're in a grocery store or anywhere, I am my business. I am a walking billboard for myself. I promote and push myself, and these young people aren't understanding it. We didn't have back then Facebook, Instagram, or anything to help me with going out and drawing up customers. So therefore, when I see these younger people coming in from these corporate places, they don't have the hustle in them to want to go out and build up their clientele. So what happens is they get frustrated coming from these corporate places, because these corporate places pay them by the hour. They pay them like a minimum wage. And if I'm correct, ladies, you all can chime on this. On certain things, they may get a commission on. But a lot of them still aren't making the money that they want to make. The only people, to me, I feel like are getting rich off of these young people license are the corporate office. And these people, most of these corporate people don't even have a license, a barber license, a stylist license, or anything. They are investors. there's a bunch of investors who came up with these businesses, and they're the ones that's getting rich off of these young people licenses.
Well, in my opinion, coming from the instructor's point, I'm the person kind of educating these people, these different students out there, different corporate salons such as the Great Clips, the Smart Clips, and things like that. They offer training programs to help different students because we're not teaching as much skill as we used to. We teach safety and infection control. We want our students to be safe. We're teaching them how to not spread diseases, how to keep yourself safe, how to keep your clients safe, how to recognize different diseases on the scalp, diseases coming into your salon, the cough, anything. We are getting them to recognize that, and we're leaving it kind of up to the owners and the salon owners, business owners, to help train these students to do hair in a sense the way you want them to do hair. You being a salon owner, I would enjoy students that don't even know anything, because now I get to train them how I want them to go. And we also have to understand and realize that it's a new generation of students. It's a new generation of people. Their definition of hustle is not the same as maybe our definition of hustle. Their definition of hustle is how many posts can I post today? How many likes did I get? How many insights did I get? How many people who came to my page? And that's similar to how many business cards did I hand out. That's almost, in a sense, the similarity. I didn't stomp the grounds as much as somebody else may have, but I still feel like me posting my Instagram, me staying up to date, me staying up to date with the different trends, because the trends move like this, and perfecting my skill got my clientele. And perfecting it and understanding it within myself. You know, you have to perfect this, you have to work at it, but it's a mind thing. It's like, how bad do you want it? So that's my little point on that part. I like both. I like traditional salons, and I use that as I understand traditional salons as booth rentals. I think about that in that sense. And in a booth rent, you are responsible for everything from the top to the bottom. You pay your booth rent, you keep all your money, you keep it moving. As far as like a corporate salon or franchise, you go in, you kind of do it the way they want it to be done. You get your hourly, you get your commission, but if you work hard enough, sometimes commissions go up. If you, my first salon I went into, it started off 40-60, but at a certain number cap, we got 50-50. So, and it went up like that. I appreciate that because I worked harder, because I know I wanted more money. So in the end, we both win, because I'm helping you help me help each other. Yeah. So, and I can always leave.
Would you say that corporate salon is like a stepping stone or a building block?
It can be. It can be in the way you use it. You have to use that for you. You know what you kind of want to do. This is a industry it's a single entity industry. Like, you're responsible for you. So you can go in and you can work with other people, but at the end of the day, you got two hands and it's all you. Right. So what you do with that and how you move across this industry is what you do. It's endless things to do in this industry.
Absolutely. To clarify that, I think that corporate salons are necessary for learning basic sales and marketing skills, as far as drawing in clientele, as well as retaining clientele. So they usually teach you things about service, and as far as actual numbers, they kind of leave you in the dark, I would say, because the corporate, like other people, like you were saying, the people who don't have the license, who are just investing, or who do take care of your money and how much you get paid, they take care of that, and it's not on you to worry about that. And it's kind of like a balancing thing. After you start getting the training in a corporate salon that actually has continuing education, you can use that education and move forward. However, education doesn't stop. Even after you do a traditional booth rental, you still have to go and take classes, because like Candy said, the trends don't stop coming, and you have to stay on top. Otherwise, you'll be left behind. You'll be left in the dust. And a lot of people may get complacent with corporate salons because they do like
They go back.
they got a 5-step plan that's been working for them for 20 years. However, they're not up to par with what the trend is. They may add a service here or there,
Right.
but they're not up to par with what the actual trend is.
And usually, some of the corporate salons are located in like fast, high traffic areas.
Right.
So they don't necessarily have to work for that client because they're coming in.
They're coming in anyway.
They're coming in anyway, and they might get Billy Bob and just want an $8 haircut. And we got to think about the pricing as well.
Right.
The corporate salon, they're able to have those lower prices rather than, I'm not charging $8 for a haircut. No way, no how, no shape, no form. Like, nothing.
But they're 5-minute haircuts.
Right.
So what you get, you
get
what you pay for.
Do you find more loyalty in a traditional salon compared to a corporate as far as like your clientele base? Or how does that?
Back, probably like 10 years ago, yes. Now it is kind of iffy because I see some loyalty within my clients, but you still have some pop-ins and some chair hoppers. Like you'll get them, and they come in, they like the way I do an install or something, or they like the way I made that wig, so they coming just for that. They're not coming necessarily to know how my day was today or what class did I take today.
Sometimes the service actually, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Sometimes the service that they get when we are doing traditional booth rental, like sometimes it's just not something that's gonna keep them.
Yeah.
I think that you don't have. I'm thankful for the chair hoppers. I ain't gonna lie. I like the walk-ins, But once they come in, if you're new to me, I want you to remember that this is an experience with me. Versus, I'm just gonna, put this on your head. Even though you may not talk to me, I'm still gonna play this music. I'm still gonna offer you some water. I'm still gonna tell you that, hey, you send me 3 people, you get this referral. Just to let you know that I appreciate you being here, and I tell them thank you. When they leave. A lot of people have problems with offering services to people versus just doing what your skill is. You have to be a personable, you have to really draw people in, and whether they come back or not, you know that, hey, I gave 110 on that person. And you have to kind of have that mindset, and it's got to be constant. You can't drop the ball, even if you're sick. If you want to get on and go make that, that money, you want to reach your goal for the day, hey, you better take some medicine and put some pep in your step. Because if you don't work, if I don't stand on my feet and do this, then I don't eat until everything else I got going on is going to pop off. This is my bread and butter right here. So you have to get through those days as well.
So can
Now,
you
I apologize. But from listening to you two ladies, you ladies got your stuff together. So when you all went into these corporate shops, you all seemed like you went in with a plan.
Yes.
And it worked for you all. The people,
it was a plan, but
it was a plan. And
we went up and down, but we getting there.
For me, I have never been in any of those corporate shops.
Really?
But what is coming out to me, from my understanding, when these people are coming out, they don't have that follow clientele base as, okay, I started off in Columbia, South Carolina. That's where I got my license from. That's where I built my clientele from. And I'm telling you now, when I moved from Columbia, South Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina, which is an hour and 15 minutes away, my clients literally moved from Columbia, South Carolina. They traveled to still come get their hair done.
That's the service.
That's the service, and that's
see,
the loyalty that is not so prevalent in the industry right now, and it's just not there right now. Some type of shift has come because they're just not loyal. Like it's like, oh, I can go get over here, I can go get over there, but you have some people that do stick with you and stay with you. Say, I just like her. I only want her. And those people that are picky about their hair. Yes. I love those type of people because I know at the end of the day, she's coming back every 2 weeks or every week because of me.
Right.
And see the relationships I built over the years. The relationships I built over the years. I mean, I've been to graduations. I've been to weddings. I've been to baby showers and things of that nature.
Family.
Yeah. We're like, exactly. Whereas, and then again, it goes out from, I've been to, grocery stores. I see customers in grocery stores. You stop and you're talking to them. You see them out, at a park. You go to a game and their children are out there and stuff. And there have been times I pass cards and, you know, I might see someone later and I still remember their name and I greet them and they greet me and they say, I'm still coming, even though they may have not came.
That's right.
And the thing is, with Instagram, it's not personable.
That's
the thing. When I know you're saying that these people are clicking to get all these likes, but even with all these clicking and likes, you don't know that person. You don't know anything about it, and it's not a personal relationship.
You might show
so that's why you're saying that's why you're saying people are coming and going. And so I noticed the ones who are coming to me, they don't have that clientele base. And the people from those, like you said, those hair cutters and different things, because if Billy Bob is coming in for those $8 cuts, he's coming in. He don't care whose chair he's sitting.
Yeah,
he just wants that $8 cut. Whereas
he's doing a $12, he's like, well, I want the $8 person.
Right. So with traditional shops, I keep a steady clientele. My person come in. If I'm not there, they're not sitting in this person's chair. They're not sitting in that person's chair. They be like, I tell you what, I'll just reschedule, and they'll come back.
So that's 20 years in the game. So you gotta think about when you know when you fresh out of school. Like, how was that? You fresh out of school and it's like, don't nobody know I do hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been doing these little braids and stuff all over the place, and that's what my experience was. I was the girl who lived in projects, and I was the girl who got off the bus with my bag and would braid little Mexican girls' hair, and that's the only skill I had. And then I decided, you know what? I really am passionate about this. And now, after you do research, you find out there's no salary cap on this business. You make as much money as you want to in all different aspects of business. And it's like, dang, you know, really, I don't know, you know, I might can do this, you know. But the plan is to get out of school and, you know, I want to make this money. You know, I'm hitting 10K, you know, in 3 months. That's what my mindset was. Like, oh, I'm making 10,000 in 3 months. But my skills are not there. They don't even teach you this stuff in school. So it's like you really suck in real life. But if you don't take pride, if you don't look in the mirror and be accountable and just start growing yourself up, then there's no way I can come out of school and charge $50, $60 for a cut. I'm going to go do these $8 haircuts. I'm going to go do this 5-minute, you know, get that basic bob down. And I appreciate them for that. But that's not how I want to service my clients that are actually going to come and sit in my chair for me. So that's when you have to make a decision. I'm going to continue this education, whether I'm here or not. Or, you know, and do I stay here? You know, I like that little, you know, under $1,000 every 2 weeks because I know I'm going to get it. But do you think I can make $1,000 a day? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, maybe I can do this. And it's about the way you feel about yourself. If you think that you only work $1,000 every 2 weeks, then, I mean, more power to you if it's feeding your family. But if you think you can invest your money in, you know, a $600 class, because people trip about those prices. And you do your research on that person. If you think they're worth that,
they have to
please
be credible.
Invest.
That's the thing. People will. As an instructor, it's very when you see people just teaching all these classes and putting on all these classes, and you charge them $500, $600, but you're not teaching them nothing about being safe. Like nothing. Like you spraying all types of cross contamination and things like that. And they have to understand that this day and time you can catch everything quickly. Things are spread really fast, and it's just almost nasty that what people are teaching. And people are listening. People are thinking, oh, just because they said it, they're true. Right. And that's not true. Just because you got 15K or 100K followers does not mean you know everything you're talking about. You have to do more research, more education within yourself, and then have some credibility behind you. What makes you credible to teach this class? What
for this amount of money?
For this amount of money.
And you telling me that you can't even tell me in ounces and milliliters how much your formula is. You telling me to pour a little bit of this,
pour a little bit, make a
that,
cake like that.
You know what I'm saying?
What is cake like? Is it a running cake?
You know, it's not things that you can actually teach people off of. I can't take this, you know, class and go teach somebody else. You know, to put a dab of this in a cup full of that.
And a scoop of conditioner.
It does not make sense. It does not make sense to me.
They can only take 4 ounces of product.
Exactly. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
So, are you more of like yourself in a traditional setting rather than a corporate setting? Like, is it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I never put my charm on everything.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I've always branded myself in a traditional shop. That's what you did. Here again, I can't understand the corporate world because I'd never been in it. No, I didn't have to follow anybody else's rules. I was able to build my own and everything. And I was my business. Mm-hmm. That's how I saw myself. That's who I was. Whenever I walked out, I actually had a girlfriend. I tell this story all the time. Whenever we would go out to nightclubs, she used to get upset with me because I was always passing out my business cards. And she would be like, how come every time we go somewhere, you're always passing your business cards out? We supposed to be out having fun. I said, babe, I don't mean no harm, but I don't get a paycheck at the end of the week like you do. I have to get out here and I have to hustle for every single dollar. And that's how I make my money. So everybody in this club setting is a potential customer. Exactly. That's why I go up and I pass out business cards. I shake hands. I say, hey, I smile and talk to people because this is how I make my money. And she got to the point where she would say something every time. So I was okay. I said, I stopped going out with her. And I chose to go out myself because when I go out myself, I'm one of those people, I never feel like I meet a stranger anyway. Right. Therefore, it's easy for me to go out, talk to people, pass cards, and be able to hold conversations with so-called strangers that to me, I don't feel like as a stranger, and people remember you. Yes. And when people remember you, even if they don't come, they'll refer someone else. And that's how I built up my business, and that's how I built up my clientele.
And it sounds like, the traditional style worked for you to help build you as what you are today, help, manage like a corporate where it's like, it's like rules involved. It's set in stone rules that you have to, abide by. You can still somewhat, be yourself and, you are still yourself, but you have to follow a guideline with it.
Yes, absolutely.
So, right, because I have, I'm not going to say her name, I have a young lady who is with me now, but it's like, she said to me, well, I can't really say that I work here. She said, because they're under a contract where there is a no competition. Right. So they can only stay at that shop. To me, that's almost like a football player, basketball player, where you got to wait till you're a free agent before you can go anywhere. Yeah, and exactly. You shouldn't be hog-tied. This is your license. You are we're considered independent contractors.
But under that contract, she's not an independent contractor.
Yeah, she belongs to them.
Exactly.
As a business, as a future business, like a corporate, because I kind of want to have a salon similar to where I target students and I train them. And I want you to have that contract where you work for me because I feel like when I'm putting in my money, I'm investing into you. If I'm investing in $300 classes per person and I'm paying for my entire salon, you're staying with me at least for 5 years. Yeah, I mean, not 5 years, but 5 years. You're staying with me for at least a year. And you're not going. You staying with me. That's my money. And I understand that. That's the thing about a job. When a job pays for you to go get that extra degree or go get that license, and you have to stay with them for another year. Yeah, I need my coin.
Yeah, yeah. You can't just teach people to just give it away. You can't teach people something and they just turn it back on.
About their business.
And honestly, I mean, I have actually worked in a few. Like I said, I worked in a few corporate places, and to be yourself is you really got to dumb it down. Yeah. Especially if you have a strong personality. Now, for somebody who is trying to get to know how to. Like I said, it's good for you to try to get clients and go with the people. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a lot of no's and just to actually get out there and pass out your card and stuff. And that high traffic place. I mean, that's how you learn how to get clients. But if you shy, that's good for you. Yeah. But when you're strong too much to be there too long, it's gonna affect the business because then people don't come in and want anybody. They come in and want you.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm finding with some of these people who's coming in now. They're too shy. That's where I think the internet too is actually failing some of these young people because they're so used to being antisocial behind that phone or the internet, and they don't have to be in people's face until you go get these these licenses, and whether you whether you're a massage therapist, a cosmetologist, a barber, or whatever, exactly, you're in the public eye. You are in front of people, and if you are too shy to speak up and even introduce who you are and what you do, I have people who will come to me and then they'll say, they'll stand there and watch people walk past, and then I'll say, okay, are you going to even introduce or say something? Well, I'm too shy. I don't like talking to people.
I
Why are you in this business?
I was like that. I put myself in a corporate situation because I told y'all how the traditional one went. Coming right out of school. That was no good. That went dead so quick. And I didn't have a support system. It was when you're doing it by yourself, put yourself in a corporate position. Put yourself in a corporate environment, a high traffic environment, just so you can learn those ways. Because I'm not going to tell you no lie. The first year out of school, everybody that I had touched, I went to school with, and I already knew. But to come out of school and think that a stranger is gonna sit in my chair, I was like, oh man, I don't know. I got one cards in my hand, I'm trembling. I don't know. But I was, if you got a mindset of, I'm finna make, like I said, you gotta make that goal. So I'm like, shit, I gotta make this goal. I don't care. A million people tell me the other day, I'm doing somebody, and so I would, for about a week or so, I was doing a free haircut every hour. I was like, you can just come in and get your hair cut. Just let me cut your hair. You know what I'm saying? People like, no, man, I'll make you look better. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. But a lot of people are. I was shy that it took me about 3 days to do that, though.
But in traditional,
it took me about 3 days.
But in traditional, you do have to do that. You do have to offer to get people. I'm a barber, so 20 years ago, I still had men coming to me saying, what is it, Samson and Delilah, what is it, Samson and Delilah, where they're saying, oh, if a female cut their hair, that they're going to be weak.
Right.
I had crazy stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it took me having to cut either all of their children's hair, their boys, they would bring their sons before they would get in my chair. Exactly, before they would get in my chair. Or I would have to offer, half price on a cut or something to get them comfortable with me. But here again, it taught me the skills of, again, building that relationship, building that confidence in those people, and being
yourself,
and myself, and things. Whereas, I feel like I personally, just from the experience I'm experiencing now, because again, I never had to go into a traditional shop. So just watching the young people now, some of them, especially any of the ones with barbering skills, they are not familiar with how to do certain cuts, or they don't understand certain things and everything that I'm noticing. I was listening to you saying about you got to know like certain skin care or diseases and stuff. That's like like wingworms. And one thing in the shop back then, the seniors taught the younger people. So when I was coming in, I had those barbers who would teach me and tell me about this or tell me about that. It wasn't a thing of we came in the shop and we worked in your shop and they didn't help you. Yeah. Everybody helped you and stuff. They knew what school you came from. They knew that instructor if they didn't go to that school themselves, and they sat down and they knew how to work with you and teach you and stuff.
That was back then, but now it's not that way.
They're not doing it at all because
I just want to Lutheran back then.
On time and on the first. I had that same experience because when I graduated cosmetology school, I was like, I'm not going to on my own going to no blueprint. No, I need somebody to teach me. I know what I know, but I still needed a guidance, a mentor. I went into a couple salons in the Charlotte area trying to be an assistant, trying to be just an apprentice, or just trying to be like a level 1 stylist. No, they did not want me in their salon. She was like, no, you can set up a booth and you can get clients, and I'm like, no, like I want to learn. Yeah. Like I have a love for hair. It's a lot of people that have a love for money. I don't. Yeah. That is not me. I have a love for hair. I love
the money's gonna come with it.
The money come with it. Believe me. Yeah. But that's the thing. I had to start telling different owners, like, start being encouraging to different students coming in, being a teacher to them. Just because they got $100K, they don't know everything, and that ain't nothing. Like, do not let that intimidate you. And I felt like a lot of salon owners were intimidated by me and my personality because I come off strong or come off knowledgeable, but I still want to know.
Everybody, you get up every day, you gotta learn something.
You have to. I can't get no clients if I'm not, because if I wasn't, they'd be like, well, you need to talk more, you need to do more.
Right.
And I'm like, when you do more, when you have that, they're like,
wait a minute, she might be doing
wait a minute, she
bit.
might get my client from
that's
me.
what it is.
And I'm like, no, I don't want. I'm good.
It's a million people out here in the world. I get my own clients. You know what I'm saying? But I've been let go from places, traditional and corporate, for that, because a lot of people take favor to you, you know, or you build up your clientele, and it's more than what their top stylist is doing. I have been let go
more than what they're doing, and you just kind of you're into a little bit more like of what people are getting. Like you know it, you know that people not doing doobie wraps no more,
right?
Like, and I'm getting a blowout.
You know,
like, and they're like, "What are you doing there?" Yeah. So.
I again, and I'm in the barber world, so I'm not a cosmetologist.
And it's about the same.
I honestly, I'm listening to you all, and some of the cutthroat experience that you all are saying, I haven't had. Here in a lot of shops, I was like the only girl in a 10-chair shop in a lot of shops. So I think maybe I got a little coddled a little more than maybe the average person, but some of the stuff that you all are talking about, you know, they would, especially what the guys would always do, when they had cuts that came in or someone knew that, of course, that they didn't know, they hurry up and throw them in your chair. You can go ahead.
I know all about that.
So they throw them in their chair. Matter of fact, if you watch the movie with Barbershop, when the new people come in, you can go and get your chair right there. You can go get that chair right there.
That's how it really gets down to the bottom.
Yeah, it does.
But it gives, doing that, like, you never know what they're gonna come in and get.
Yeah.
Like, somebody like doing appointments, like on a cosmetologist side, the new generation gets set on appointments. Like, you have to have an appointment like that, and so we kind of know like what's coming in. That art of not knowing what's coming in that you may get in a corporate salon is building, because you never know what's going to come through that door. So you have to always kind of be on alert, be on like, okay, do I know? Do I have everything?
Right.
Can I do this? Can I execute this? If a lady come in with gray roots and highlighted ends and she needs a toner and her roots touched up, what you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna use to do that?
That's just like them coming in the shop and they want a temp phase. They usually doing temp phase and they come in the shop and say, "No, I want to get that shag."
Yeah, shag.
And you
right?
Like,
you like what?
You want to get that shag?
Well, on that note,
very popular.
well, on that note, we need to take a break, but you would need to come in with enough hair to even get a shag. But
you gotta tell you how you gonna tell them that they can't get it. That's funny. The creator of VS Talks also owns Relaxation's Grooming Bar. They are now hiring at the Uptown and University locations. They're hiring for hairstylists, natural hairstylists, barbers, estheticians, nail techs, and massage therapists. For more information, visit the website www.relaxationsgroomingbar.com or check them out on their Facebook, Instagram, or you can also give them a call at 704-412-9566.
And we're back with Biz Talk.
All right, ladies. So with a lot of our community working within the corporate world, do you see a lot of, I guess, the money going back into our community?
For me, it's hard for me to speak on that because, again, I've never worked at any of these corporate businesses. But I don't see anything. So I'm going to hand it over to these young ladies who have worked at them, and they can probably tell you. So what you think?
I think it's more focused on just training up the people that they employ. Not so much as giving back to the community. Aisha made a comment about, there's so many McDonald's here, what are y'all doing to give back to our community? I don't think that's happening with corporate salons and barbershops. I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think, I'm not going to say they don't have to, but you would notice it's a business. It's a corporate business. It's not necessarily anything that is community kind of focused unless they have that in their vision or that's their mission statement to help the community. I feel like it's up to us and as Black people when we open up our salons and our things in that nature to be that voice for our community, to give back to our community, to do the things that the corporate world isn't doing. So that way it's another standout for students to come into our salons, to work with us, to get trained under us because we do something different. But corporate, I just don't feel like they necessarily have to.
I agree with that. Traditional salons should come together for the community because that's they're a part of that. That's exactly what it is. That's what it's about as a traditional salon, to come into a community, open up your business. You want to get to know the people because you want to service the people that are there. So they should give back more. Is what I would say. They should, but I don't really. You know, depending on where you're from, you know, maybe it's a couple of them that get together and do things. I mean, we do that where I'm from, but I'm not an actual salon owner. I'm just a booth renter in a barbershop.
Yeah, I'm an actual salon owner, and my salon, we give back every year. We did purses for the homeless, purses for women, fill them up with feminine objects. We did back to school stuff, love back to school stuff, mid school. And this year we did back to school with a twist. We did the teacher's edition. So we didn't necessarily focus on the students. We focused on the teachers because they got to be cute too.
Yeah, that's
so, you know, we did it like a shift in that way. And partnering up with different barbershops such as Premier Grooming Lounge. We partner with them a lot and do different hairstyling, barber kind of teamwork type of events.
And I want to say something to you about the Premier, but as in the traditional barbershops and everything, just about every barbershop that I know of, Black owned barbershop, most of them do definitely a back to school. A lot of them will sponsor these young little football or basketball leagues. So most traditional shops that I've ever worked in some way, shape, fashion, or form, always do some kind of give back. They always do a food drive of some sort. Right now, I have a food drive going on and everything. But two Premier barber shop, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Tap and Mark. They just opened up their school, so they just opened up their Premier Grooming Academy. Did you go to their open house yesterday?
Yes,
I went exactly. I went yesterday. So for you fellas, keep doing your thing. And I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And
I think that's awesome. Well, we should all do it.
And so, but when it comes down to traditional, corporate shops, again, just like, if you're getting all these young African Americans coming through your shop and you're working in them, you need to find something in their community and also give back. So whether it's a back to school event, whether it's a food drive, whether it's homeless and everything, exactly. Give back to the Black community as well, since you're taking in all our money and taking in our students.
And as independent stylists, we should all think about things that we can do as individuals or partnering up with different salons as well. See how we can give back as an individual, and then it just goes in from there.
Yeah. Well, I work with as my brand. I work for myself, so I do partner up with different barbershops. I run into them all the time. We always at the same shows. We always at the same event. So we just connect and link up when things are happening. So what we have, I always do it back to school. I always do feed the homeless for the Thanksgiving. I just was on the phone with one of my colleagues about actually going to the homeless shelters and servicing them, partnering with the barbershop. So I'm always doing things like that.
Well, ladies, we thank you for your time. We thank you for coming
out.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Very
us.
insightful. Coming up next, we will have our performance with Christy, so stay tuned.
If you enjoyed watching us today, you should come advertise with us. If you're a barber, stylist, salon owner, beauty supply store owner, or restaurateur, anything, you can advertise your business through our BS commercial breaks. Feel free to call us at 704-412-9566 and speak to one of our advertising and marketing team members. BS Talks.
And we're back here with our guest singer / rapper, Christy. He's a local rapper here in Charlotte. He's 17 years old, and he's going to be doing a performance for us today. His hot new single, what is it? Tastes Like Yellow. Yeah. So, how long have you been a rapper or singer?
I've been working with music for like really mainly strongly in 8th grade. That's when I really started getting into it and like buying my own equipment and learning how to use it and apply it and create songs. But what actually really pushed me to start getting serious about it was my peers, and then they were like, "You're good, so you should really start doing it." And I did. And I really enjoyed it. So all right.
So what like inspired you to do music?
Multiple different artists, mainly Kid Cudi. Also, I just really like sound, and like I like making beats, and like I like listening to other people make music. So sometimes I might work on beats for other people. But when I started making music for myself, I saw how good I could actually be, so I got serious about it. So,
if you could compare yourself to another singer or just an artist, who would you compare yourself to?
I would like to say I'm like a mix of like Tyler the Creator and like Childish Gambino. That's like the mix. I like
both those.
Yeah, that's what I like to look myself as.
Okay, nice.
So where do you see yourself like in this industry, or do you see yourself being in the industry, or kind of going the
like end of the
independent
route?
route?
Yeah, I would like. I don't know. Like I would sign if like someone asked me to, but like because I don't really know how to like navigate in the industry. I just know how to make music.
Right.
So, but if I could find out a way how to do it independent, I'd probably choose that route because for me, I feel like that'd be better for me to grow my own business and make my own platform and even have my own label. Like that's like the end goal, like to make other artists.
Do you collaborate with anyone here locally, or?
I mean, not really, not for the most part. It's really just me. There's some few people at my school that I make some songs with, but nothing too major.
Okay, nice. And I guess, where do you see yourself in the next, like 5 to 10 years with your trade or just music in general?
Hopefully, I see myself on tour somewhere. Okay. That's like somewhere I'd like to be, especially in 5 years. Yeah, on tour.
Okay.
And I guess like, what are you more of? Like, are you more of a singer? Are you more of a rapper?
Definitely more of a rapper. Definitely, I would say I'm a better rapper than singer. But I do both, and people say I'm good at both. So, but me personally, my preference is rapping, because rapping feels more like poetry than singing, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Do you have any mixtapes?
Not now, mostly just singles, but I would definitely have a mixtape in like by the end of January of next year.
Okay.
Hey, be on the lookout.
Yeah.
It's taking real soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So last question. What would you kind of describe your sound as?
Sound as really just a feeling. Like my sound can change. Like if you're sad, I can make I have a song for that. If you're wanting to just like have a party, I can have a sound for that. So really, my sound is really just the feeling, like the feeling in the moment. Yeah, it's more of a mood or like the moment of whatever you're going through right now. I'll have a sound for it.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. All right, guys, well, stay tuned with us. Up next, we'll have the performance "Tastes Like Yellow." You're in for a treat.
I will be there by your side on a daily. Who been making you a lie, baby, lately? The only one to get inside, what shit maybe? Is it wrong for me to try? It's so tasty. I will be there by your side on a daily. Who been making you a lie, baby, lately? The only one to get inside, what shit maybe? Is it wrong for me to try? It's so tasty. I've been feeling mellow yellow, but your voice will really echo. Look around like where your halo. If you see me, please say hello. You can hit me on my tello. Lean on me, I'll be your pillow. Heart beating like espresso, call it love. Well, I got so Cupid hit me with his arrow. Where you throwing, you a pharaoh. Girl, you lying, how you single, cause they didn't get the memo. I mostly kick it with her, always get on my nerve. We go down if it hurt, she got me high off herb. A lot of fish in the sea, at least that's what I heard. I'm only swimming with her, then I love when we flirt. Lines ain't never get blurred, do I deserve? Always get the alert, shit I might have to swerve. Got her hands in my shirt, wonder what's for dessert. Oh, word? Damn. I'm in Babylon, my she Babylon. Turned on, the mood is strong. We'll be gone, please hold on. Just for a little bit, baby. I'm in Babylon, what she Babylon. Turned on, the mood is strong. We'll be gone, but not for long. I will be there by your side on the daily. Who been making you a lie, baby, lately? The only one to get inside, what shit maybe? Is it wrong for me to try? It's so tasty. I will be there by your side on the daily. Who been making you a lie, baby, lately? The only one to get inside, what shit maybe? Is it wrong for me to try? It's so tasty. I will be there by your side on the daily. Who been making you a lie, baby, lately? The only one to get inside, what shit maybe? Is it wrong for me to try? It's so tasty. Still make me crazy, but you are my lady. Still make me crazy, but you are my lady.
Alright, so I'm Delia,
I'm Terrence.
and this is the first episode of BS Talks.
Stay tuned, we have many more coming.
Thanks for watching.
I'm here at Relaxation Grooming Bar, and if you'd like to be a part of our live studio audience,
Just visit one of Relaxation Groom Bar's 2 locations, Uptown or University. Get a service of $20 or more. Bring your receipt, and you too can join us right here in our live studio audience at BS Talks.